Say something.
Did I fuck up my mic?
Just go. Ah.
Ha.
Okay, cool. I just need that to sync
You
it
hear
up
me now?
later. Yeah. I can't hear you clap though. That's
You
funny.
can't hear me clap. That's whack.
Your noise gate is like high as hell. Then
Yeah, that didn't work.
that didn't work.
That's good then. That means this little pop filter thing that I just put on is working.
There you go.
Awesome.
It worked. It worked
And, yeah.
amazingly.
Hells to the yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's been a while. I don't remember how to start these.
Oh man, wait. Oh, we're live, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit. Oh, so this whole time, like people have been listening to us, like fuck around, and
Just like, hey, what's up?
yeah, I'm all embarrassed now.
I know. Darnell's getting shy.
Sorry.
He's like, I don't know what to
Sorry.
do. Oh shit.
We're
Aw,
back. Back.
we're
Better
back.
than ever.
Yes, it's been too long. Welcome to
Shout out to the
motherfucking
wrestling
Geekin' It.
What's going on,
Shit.
motherfuckers? It's so
Oh,
good to
man.
be back.
Oh man, it's weird. I was looking at our old video and I was like, damn, it's been almost a year.
Has it really?
Yeah, I think
Holy shit.
the last one we did was the Batman.
It was. Oh fuck, you're right. And I
Yeah.
remember this because the Batman came out March 25th, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
So yep,
The day before my birthday.
Yep, because I remember you took the day off to go see it.
Hell
you're
yeah, and
like,
I've watched that movie 10 times and I still watch that movie to this day.
to this day.
To this day, I lost count of how many times I watched it. You know what? I'm gonna fucking watch that shit tonight.
I still have people talk shit to me about that episode because they're like, the movie wasn't good. And I'm like, what do you mean the movie wasn't good? The movie was great.
Dude, the movie was awesome. I will argue this to the end of time, dude. Like that movie was like one of the best Batman movies ever, dude.
It was a very good Batman movie.
The best Batman movie ever. Okay, all right. Dark Knight. Okay, never mind. Well, we won't go.
Dark Knight was there, but I mean, we might see another Batman coming up soon. So
Yeah, you know what's so fucking funny? So I was on Twitter this morning. If you're not following me on Twitter, what are you doing? Dude, I don't even know my Twitter. I changed it so many times. But follow me on Twitter at @ivampire_. But yeah, I was on Twitter and like I came across this article and then they were like, yeah, the Batman will return in the Batman 2.
oh man, finally, have they confirmed it now?
Yeah, it's
Finally?
like, wait, what?
Like, I mean, it's just something like, oh yeah, we didn't know that already. I don't know, man. DC's been going through a lot too, so I'm like, I don't know who's staying, who's going.
Well, no. I mean, it didn't say like Robert Pattinson.
Oh, it just said
was
the Batman.
Like,
yeah, of
the
course.
Batman is returning. So it's like, okay, like what the
Which-
fuck?
which
Like,
one?
So like people were trolling in the comments. Of course, they're like, oh really? And then like mine explode. Like, oh my god, I had no idea the Batman was gonna be in the Batman.
Oh my god, how did you? Oh my god, this is groundbreaking stuff right here.
Yes, but I can't wait. It's gonna come out. I think October this
year or next year?
Next year, something
Next
like
year,
that.
yeah. Before we get into the main topic, though, Michael Keaton.
Oh man, and The Flash that's coming out very soon in April. What was that? April something. But yeah, I'm super excited for that because it looks pretty good. Especially seeing Michael Keaton come back, dude. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I lost my shit because I saw it during the Super Bowl. So I was like,
you did? Okay.
So literally, I'm like sitting next to people. I'm like, fucking the Batman, it's Batman. And then I already knew he was coming because I'm like, I knew he's gonna be in it. So then people were like watching, and I'm like, oh, it's the Flash. I'm like, wait for it. And then he pops up, and I'm like, yeah.
He's like, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Dude, it's July 1st,
July 1st.
Oh, what the fuck? No, what am I'm tripping? Why does it say June 23rd, I think.
Yeah, June 23rd.
Some shit like that.
I don't know.
But yeah, dude, it's gonna be pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, all right, we need this. Like,
yeah.
Like that movie's been developing for how long? I mean, it sucks that Ezra Miller's like jeopardizing the whole thing because I mean, I feel like he does actually play a really good Flash.
Well, apparently Ezra Miller is doing a lot better. The fucking I think in like rehab or some shit like that. But you know, of course, a lot of the rumors that been going around, and the shit that's been revealed came to light. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it's crazy. Because I was just watching the Fantastical Beast series.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just binged Harry Potter. Shout out to Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, and Ezra Miller was in that. I was like, oh shit, it's the Flash, and then had me thinking about like the Batman and shit, and then the Flash movie coming up.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be crazy because we're gonna see the Supergirl too.
Oh yeah, because I forgot that was like the first Latina Supergirl. That was the whole thing about that
Yeah.
one.
General Zod is returning.
General Zod, that was a big thing. I read an article about him too, where he was like, "I have no idea. Like, didn't I die? Like, why am I here?"
Yeah.
So he had no idea why he was there. But I guess it makes sense to him now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome, dude.
What do you think
Of
about the
course we're gonna talk about
shakeups with everyone letting go, or the new regime at DCEU? Like, do you think it's a good thing?
Oh man, with like James Gunn in charge and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. I think it's interesting. It's an interesting take, because obviously the DC EU or whatever they call it now. I think it's like DC Universe. It's been kind of it's been struggling.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that DC is carried by their animated films.
Yeah.
Like their animated movies are like they never miss.
Yeah.
For the most part. But it seems James Gunn, he's like has a vision. He released his vision. They showed a list of what is expected to come. And then I think that's actually another episode we can do. Maybe the next episode perhaps, where we can go deeper into that and see what we can expect and what stories we can expect out of this whole
exactly. I mean,
transition.
because there was a lot.
No Cavill.
Yeah, exactly. No Cavill, which was like the biggest thing. I think that's when like people were really like, "Oh, they're gonna shake this shit up."
Yeah,
and it sucks because like it looks like he gave up. Was it The Witcher for this? He assumed he was gonna be a part of it, and then going forward.
Well, shit, dude. There's been a lot of stuff like on the I don't know if you've seen it, but like a lot of like backlash from him. I guess apparently the showrunners were saying that he was a jerk and shit, and just like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is Henry Cavill wanted to stick to the lore. Cavill's
exactly.
he's a really big Witcher fan like myself, and the show's kind of going off track. The second season wasn't as good as the first, and it definitely you can see a lot of changes that they're throwing in there. A lot of reveals super early.
Yeah.
That happened in the story, and then I can see why he was getting frustrated with this. As a fan, I'm kind of getting frustrated as well. I mean, there's 7 seasons of this shit. There's gonna be 7 seasons, and now we have no more Henry. We're losing the best part about it.
Exactly.
And now we get fucking Miley Cyrus's ex-husband, Mini Thor.
Yeah, exactly. Baby Thor.
It's annoying, but he's got his his Warhammer stuff now, so
so we'll see
that'll be
that
cool
goes.
to see when that comes out.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, he's a big nerd, like big geek, just like all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
That video of him
maybe
building
one
a
day we
PC.
can get him on Geekin It.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm pretty much gonna side with him on that one, with the fact that he was trying to keep it true to the story, which leads us to our main topic, The Last of Us.
Oh man, dude, you just finished it, huh?
Yeah, I just finished it. Literally, like we were supposed to record like half an hour ago, but I'm like, let me finish this.
Dude,
I just finished
man,
it.
It was so good, man. It was I don't know, man. Where do you want to begin?
So full disclosure, I didn't watch the show until like last week. So I was holding off because I'm like, all right, because I figured it was gonna be a slow build, and then I finally watched it, and I was like, oh wait, no, they like, because if you played the game, you know the beginning,
Yeah.
All right, and also if you don't know us, we spoil the shit out of everything.
Yeah, of course. I mean, spoiler alert, spoiler warning.
Spoiler
just
warning,
in
yes,
case,
yes.
I mean, you already fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
If
You don't, I mean, it's been a while.
That's why
You
you're
probably
here,
forget.
because you've already watched the shit and you want to talk about it with us.
Exactly. I mean, if you don't know, it has been a year. I'll give you some. You probably forgot.
Yeah.
We kind of did too. But I mean, if you played the game at all, it pretty much, this was very true to the story. Like from what there was some deviations. There's like the cordyceps are different. So like certain parts of it were different, but they went more into people's backstories, which we'll get into. But I mean, man, this thing had me hooked. Like I saw it, I watched it, and then literally within like the first 5 minutes, you're like, oh shit, like this is gonna like follow the game pretty closely.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so crazy too because as it came out, the magical world of the internet,
Yeah.
people are posting like picture comparisons of stuff that happened in the show and then into the game. Like it's like so spot on. Some scenes were legit spot on. Like the opening scene with Joel and Tommy and I think his daughter's name was Sarah, where they were in the car in the truck. Like watch that scene plus the gameplay footage, and it's like almost identical.
Yeah.
There was a lot of scenes in this that were almost identical to the game, which I thought was really awesome because as watching this, as someone who's played the game, I want to play it again.
I mean, that you say that, I saw the first episode and I literally downloaded it because I mean, if you're like a PS5 member or something like that, or a PlayStation member, it's on there now.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Plus,
I'm downloading it tonight.
So literally, I saw the first episode. I'm like, I haven't played this game since. In full disclosure, I still haven't played the second one.
Oh no!
So
I have to, we spoiled that too, didn't we?
Oh, we spoiled the shit out of that.
Yeah, we spoiled the shit out of that.
Yeah. I was like, I think you guys asked me too. Like, are you sure? I'm like, trust me, I'm not gonna play this game for a while. But now that I'm super into the show, I'm like, it's probably time for me to jump back in. But yeah, I downloaded it.
You're gonna need to.
And then literally the first episode, and mind you, it's not like the new PS5 one or whatever. It's like the original PS3 one or PS4 one or whatever. And looking at it, I'm like, this is like shot for shot. Like they just sat there and they're like, all right, we have to recreate this, the burning house. We have to recreate the little city or whatever where, you run through, where you get shot through the alley.
Yeah.
And then even like up to the point where they take out his daughter, I'm like, oh shit, like this is way too close to
that
it.
was emotional too, man. And that's the thing about this series in general. Like it's really like it hits you right in the feels. Like it knows right where to hit you. Like with his daughter, like oh man, so
what the
sad.
show reminds me of, and I think the best way I heard it put was like, this is like Game of Thrones. Like this is one of those things where like you're gonna get attached to a character, but don't get too attached because they're probably not gonna be there too long.
Yeah, some shit's gonna happen. And it's gonna be quite unfortunate.
And I mean, the cool thing is like, because it's so close to the game, I knew what to expect. I'm like, okay, I know this person's dying. I know this person's dying. But it still hit, and that's just because of how good the actors were too. Pedro Papi, as I like to call him.
Daddy, he's like the daddy to everybody.
Daddy to everyone, bro. That dude is in everything. He was in Game of Thrones. He was in He's Mando. He was.
Mando is going on right now, which we will be talking about soon.
Yes, we will. I gotta catch up. I'm letting a couple episodes build up to that one. But I mean, it's so crazy to think too that he's in like two of the biggest shows right now, like back to back. Like one ended, and now he's like, hey, it's only the third episode of this one.
Yeah, and it's so funny too because someone had compared. They were like, it's Pedro is like in two separate shows, being a dad to fucking two.
Oh yeah, I posted a meme about that the other day because I'm like,
was that you? Yeah,
I'm down for a universe where he just walks around collecting orphans like Pokemon,
right?
And like
next thing you know, when DC brings a new Batman to the universe, it's gonna be Pedro Pascal.
It is. He was like, I need an orphan. Where's my Robin?
I will fucking take Pedro as Batman.
I'm down. I'm down for Pedro as Batman. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
at a little poppy charm.
Let's do it, Geekin it. Campaign it right now. Pedro for Batman.
Pedro for Batman. Vote for Pedro. That would be We're bringing it back.
Vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro. Let's do it.
We're bringing it back.
Let's fucking do it, dude. Oh man, dude. So like, dude, he's like just been killing it, and I honestly think that and if there were any doubters at all when he was cast as Joel, hopefully they see this his performance and they're just like, yo. Same thing with Ellie. I forget the actress's name.
Fuck. I gotta look her up now.
But yeah, they definitely they killed him, man. Like they true to the roles and true to the story.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. So, So here's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to a few Easter eggs of some people that of course, people who played the game, they
Oh,
recognize him immediately. Ellie's mom, Anna.
Mm-hmm.
If you just hear her and you've played the game, it's Ellie's voice actor,
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Johnson. So she plays Ellie's mom in the show, and then we also see the original voice actor Joel,
my boy.
Troy Baker.
Yes.
He's in that as well, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But so what I'm thinking is, because you know how season 2 starts with Ellie's a little bit older.
Yeah.
And then and it's like a few years in the future and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they're gonna hire the same actor as Ellie.
Well, from what
I think
they're
gonna switch it up.
What they said, I think they were talking to the creators of the game, because they're if you don't know either, the person who's like producing
Bella
the
Ramsey.
game. Yeah,
There
Bella
you go.
Ramsey. Yeah. The producer,
Sorry.
the people who created the game are actually working on the show too, and they did an
Nice.
interview with them. So I guess that's why it's so close to the actual game, because it's the same people, same vision. But they've actually spoken to that, where they're like, the only way we're gonna recast her if she like comes up to us and is like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I don't know if they're gonna wait a couple years to like, all right, let's see if she changes a little. Because I thought she was younger. She's 19.
Yeah, she's 19. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, I thought you were like 13.
Yeah. So she's still that's the thing too, that's what I thought, because the first thing that popped into my mind was House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
How they cast a younger Rhaenyra,
Yeah, and then they switched it up.
older one as
like,
well.
3 or 4 episodes in, right? It was something like that.
Dude,
yeah.
this would be the perfect opportunity, season 2, Last of Us, to actually cast the voice actor Ashley Johnson
Mm-hmm.
as an older version of Ellie. She looks just like Bella Ramsey too.
She does,
Which is crazy. I was looking at the comparison. I was like, yo, they look alike.
They do.
I was like, yo, that's pretty crazy.
Whoever did the casting for this did a great job, because Pedro Pascal looks just like fucking Joel. If you see any picture of him, I'm like, God damn, that looks just like him. And you see her and you're like, that's Ellie. Like,
Dude,
if you look at it.
It's crazy.
I'm
And
like,
you know
what
what's
the hell?
also crazy too? Another actor from the game, the Marlene actor,
Mhm.
Meryl Danridge was her name.
Yeah.
And she plays Marlene in the show and in the games,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
Damn, dude.
So you love seeing stuff like that, but like
where they actually use the actors.
she did.
She did. I just
Or
saw
is she?
that right now. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This show, even the Bill thing, like, I think Bill was like the best recast though.
Dude, yeah. Oh man, that was a good episode.
I was like, bro, like that hit me in the feels. So the
Mhm.
biggest complaint about that whole episode was everyone online talking about there was too much like kissing in it. I'm like,
Oh
do you know
my
what like?
God.
I'm like, do you know where we live now? Like, what time do we live in where like stuff like that still bothers people?
Yeah, like come on, dude. Like it's just two people fucking expressing their love
Exactly.
on thing. People ignore that. I mean, they look at that and ignore the actual story being told
Yeah.
between two humans being alone in the apocalypse, falling in love.
Yeah.
Which I find pretty interesting because they switched that up like
Mhm.
compared to the game, and a lot of people were looking about that too. Not too many people. I didn't see too many people criticizing it. But I think it was interesting because we never actually got Bill and Frank's story in the game opposed to
because
what we
they
did in
never
the show.
made it 100% like clear. Because every time he referenced Frank in the game, it was always like my partner Frank.
Yeah.
But then you do get that scene with the Playboy magazine or the
Yeah,
Playboy
the magazine they find in the truck with the Playgirl.
Yeah, exactly, the Playgirl. There you go. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
The
And then I mean it was you kind of like hinted at it that they were together and stuff, and then Frank, but obviously he hated being with Bill. You kind of saw that in that episode too.
Yeah.
Like Bill was stuck in his ways and he didn't want to go out, and he was like, oh, what are you doing there? Like, why did you go out that far? He was paranoid. And then in the game, he got tired of that shit, and he went out on himself and he hung himself and killed himself.
Exactly. Yeah, the game was a little darker than what we saw in the game.
Yeah, in the show, he hung and killed himself, and then in the show he got the nice little don't go into the fucking
bedroom.
Don't go into the bedroom.
You know, the more poetic.
Yeah, it was very poetic.
That one really got me because I was like, oh damn, like they in it to the end pretty much. He was like, look, if you're ready, I'm ready. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that was pretty cute. I was like, God. I was like, oh, don't make me cry.
Yeah, dude, that was a tearjerker for sure. And then like it sucks too, because like after that you see their whole relationship and shit, and then you just see Joel and Ellie come upon the house,
Yeah.
and they're just walking in this house, and like they have no idea like the story that the lives that these two characters lived this entire time in this house and shit.
Exactly.
I mean, they've met each other. Like Joel met them in the past with Tess, which we'll get to right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good episode. It was a really good episode.
It was probably one of my favorite episodes there. That one there's a couple good episodes in the show, I think.
Yeah. It's probably the best episode in the series.
It was the most poetic one, I think.
Okay.
There were some other good ones, but then I feel like this one had the most emotion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This one
you know what?
Yeah.
I take that back. I feel like the best episode was the one with the cannibals.
Oh, the cannibals one. Yeah, that one's up there. That's the other one I was thinking of. Yeah, because I'm like, this one was really good. This one's up there for like top 3 probably.
Yeah,
it's tied.
But
for
each
like
episode like had like that ending, that cliffhanger when you're like, fuck.
Yeah, like there's like I feel like they paced it very well. Like there was really no downtime in the show. Like it was like action, the story you need, action, the story you need. And then just like fucking gut punches, just like come here, bitch. Like you're gonna take. Like you're about to cry.
The only one thing is that I would take away is they didn't have as many of the infected scenes.
Yeah.
As as you fight in the game.
And I was very happy to see how gruesome it was, though. Well, I know that sounds fucked up, but like I'm glad they kept the gore in it because that's what the game was. Like I had a coworker who doesn't play video games at all, get super into the show, and he's like, me and my wife love the show, but we can't watch it while we eat. And I'm like, oh yeah, sounds about right.
It looks horrible, especially the fucking test scene.
Oh god! All right, so
that shit.
Full
my
disclosure,
god!
I don't mind eating mushrooms, but I hate the way they look. Like I hate.
I'm not a big fan of mushrooms.
Like seeing a wild mushroom or some shit on the floor, like that shit always freaks me out.
Yeah,
'cause I'm like, it just looks gross. So then knowing that this fucking fungus is real. And then the way it looked in the thing where like the little spores are just moving and shit, and I'm like, nah, bro, like get that shit away from me.
Yeah, it's so crazy. So like, for the people that play the games know this, in the game, the infection was spread through the spores, and it was airborne too. Like there were certain areas in the game to where you couldn't go in there as Joel. You could only go in there as Ellie because there were these spores everywhere, and if you got in there, you would get infected and shit.
Yeah.
But in this one, it was by bite, like a typical zombie, or by kiss.
Oh yeah, there you go. What's crazy too though is like, because I feel like they were gonna incorporate it at first because there was a couple times there you saw them like Joel and Tess with the masks or whatever, and those were like very like more well known, I guess, in the game, or like they were more of a thing in the game where you need the little face mask to maneuver certain areas. But I feel like after like that first or second episode, they were like, like it's not gonna work. Just like fuck.
Yeah, and I think the whole like typical zombie approach like kind of like fits better with the whole bite and thing.
It does, yeah, because it brings it brings more of a suspense because it's like, all right, are they gonna get bit? Are they not gonna get bit? Oh wait, he took in the wrong air. He died.
So what was your reaction to the ending of the episode where the I forgot what they call them, the infected, whatever it is. When he walked up to Kit, like slowly like walked up to Tess and like
and like just that was I mean, we all knew it was coming if you played the game. Once again, I think that's what was the difference between.
Well, no, that was different in the game though.
That was different in the game.
Her death was different. Her death was
different, but you knew she was gonna die. Like we all knew. Like, all right, she's making it to like episode 3. She died in 2. I thought it was gonna be 3.
Yeah, right.
It was weird looking because I was like, all right, what is this like? I was like, at that point, they're just trying to be a little too. That was like one of those things where I'm like, all right, that was kind of cringe.
Dude, it was so fucking slow mo. I fucking was like, whoa, like, oh my god,
like it was a badass like ending. Don't get me wrong, like they gave her a pretty good send off because I'm like the way she blew it up
yeah.
and all that. I'm like, all right, that was cool, but
Yeah, because in the game she gets shot.
yeah,
They're getting tracked by the federal agents
hmm
or the military, and they get shot. But this whole like this little kiss of death and the
yeah,
big old explosion was
yeah. He was
icing
like
on the
up
cake.
there, up there. That was the only thing I was like, all right, it was a little cringe, but the little kiss, but everything else is pretty badass.
Yeah,
I was like, okay. I don't know, man. Like it was crazy, just the way everything worked too. I'm like, it was such like a good, even like the build up. The first two episodes, I was like, okay, like they have the whole doctor scene where they first cut it open or whatever, and I'm like, damn, just like the way they made it move too was crazy.
yeah, dude. And then speaking of Doctor, the last episode, the
Oh,
finale,
the doctor.
um, everybody, Joel, he finds out that Ellie's getting prepped for surgery,
Hmm.
and just he goes on a rampage like through that hospital, killing
Oh,
everybody. And in the game, is exactly like that. You're
yeah.
going through the hospital, just killing everybody, and like it's so crazy. And this is like shout out to Pedro Pascal as well. You just see the emotion in Joel. Like Joel's a savage. We
Oh,
we
he
knew
was.
this from
Yeah.
day one. We knew he had a history of being a savage, and we seen this shit. And like it's fucking it's crazy, and it's a field train too because like he goes in and just pop. The doctor's like, no, you can't do this, and just bam,
Yeah.
pops the doctor in the head, one shot.
I feel like
And
it's more of a scare for not a scare, but like more of a surprise for more people at like that ending scene. If you didn't
yeah,
play the game, like if you play the game, Joel's a piece of
you
shit.
know, yeah, yeah,
Joel's a
exactly.
straight up piece of shit. So knowing that, like I went into it, I think with a different mindset as to someone who hasn't played it, because then like, all right, like maybe there's some redeeming factor to him, and the fact that he goes through there and kills everyone and then lies to Ellie about it.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta feel for him though, cause
Yeah,
he
he's been through a lot. Like,
yeah, he lost his daughter, um and he found Ellie, and then Ellie's like a daughter to him as well, and then just to have her be taken away from him like that, it was a very selfish move.
it was.
He should have, I'm honestly, he probably should have talked to Ellie about it, but of course she would have been like, yeah, let's do it, like if it's for the greater good. But Joel, he
Mhm.
was like, I can't let you go,
Yeah,
and then he had to lie to her.
yeah, he did. I mean, they both went through a lot of loss too, because I mean, Ellie lost her mom. She knew Marlene was like her mom's friend, pretty much. That was
Yeah.
you know set on protecting her, and she was willing to give her up for the greater good of man, pretty much. Um, so there's an argument saying like, did he do it for her, or did he do it for himself? So you can see it if you flip the coin. You can see it from both sides, because he's like, does she want her to know like the person who was tasked with protecting her was willing to let her die that easily?
Hmm.
So I mean, there's a lot of ins and outs to his decision, I guess. But he's still a piece of
Yeah.
shit.
So what we're gonna do is I want to make a poll. I'm gonna make a poll on our
Mhm.
Instagram after this episode drops, and we want to hear from you guys. You guys watch the show, you play the games. Do you think Joel made the right decision?
Yeah,
Let
there
us
you go.
know.
Let us know. We'll ask you guys later. I think he I mean, I think he did, because there's no guarantee that would work.
I probably would have saved her too, because that
Yeah,
was like
that's
this
like his
is
new daughter. That's his new.
yeah. They said it was like probably would work. There wasn't 100%
Yeah,
chance that
exactly.
it was gonna work.
Yeah, exactly. And then she just
Yeah.
died.
So
He's like, the cordyceps grows in the brain. So it's like, nah, I don't
yeah,
really care
man.
after that.
Fuck, dude. So I just think that it was a really good show. What would you rate it out of 1 out of 10?
That was like honestly, it was like a 9.5. Like that was a pretty good show. Like I don't think there
I'm
was a
with you.
bad episode on there. Like some
No,
shows had
not at
like a
all.
lull. Like they had like that one like filler episode, or like a filler episode here or there to just tell more story, but I feel like everything in this show was like, all right, let's hit it. Let's go.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah.
just so many tear jerkers, dude.
Yeah.
Like especially the whole thing with Henry and Sam, like
Yeah.
when Ellie like fucking thought her fucking she
Ah.
was her blood was gonna heal him,
I
and
completely
then
forgot
like
about that too. Yeah, because the brothers, I forgot about the brothers. Yeah, because in the game he
yeah.
wasn't deaf, right? If I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
I
wasn't
think he was
deaf.
deaf. He was deaf. Yeah, he
Was he
was
deaf
deaf.
in the game? Okay, I can't
Yeah, he was
remember.
deaf, but he just he it wasn't. I don't think he was too like his had too much of a trouble of hearing, but
Okay, it was something like that. But just that whole scene where like you see him, like his brother turn right in front of him, and he just fucking shoots him. He has to shoot him, and then takes his own life. I'm like, oh damn, dude. Like
yeah,
it was
dude.
that, and then for them just to cut the episode right there, I'm like, oh, I'm like
Yeah,
that's like a gut punch. It
and you
was
feel bad for Ellie too because like she's just like
that was like her only friend she's had since like the loss of her friend, which we end up learning about later in like episode 7, which
yeah,
another great episode.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
'Cause
Which is based off of the Last of Us Left Behind DLC.
yeah, so yeah, if you know you never play the game, once again, DLC bonus content, you end up learning more about her background, and I think that's the first time we all kind of realized, or like that we learned that she was lesbian, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of you can kind of see it. She's like Ellie's like a tomboy and shit, but that is like the first like kind of thing, which is crazy too because people are fucking, of course, making a big deal about it.
Yeah,
But it's like, bro, if you play the game, you would know that like this game came out in like 2014, some shit
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
So it's like, come on, dude, like it's
Like
nothing new.
yeah, exactly. Like it's been a well known fact. I mean that's the thing that surprised me too. I guess when The Last of Us 2 came out and people were like outraged about that too. It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
nah,
she's
it's like, come on,
lesbian.
you've seen it, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't. I hope they hire the original actress that played. I think it was her Dinah. Was her
Oh,
girl's name? Damn, she's so fine. I'm sorry, I
I
got
remember.
sidetracked.
I remember you and was it you and Cal? You guys were like, damn, she's thick.
She's fucking thick, dude. She's
Yeah.
fine too. Man, I follow her on Instagram. I hope they hire her and
She.
bring her to the show.
Well, what's her name? Dinah. Bring Dinah
Yeah,
back. Hashtag
yeah.
Dinah for hire.
Let's do it,
We're trying to get everyone jobs out here.
man.
Pedro for
I
Batman.
can't wait,
Dinah
dude.
for Dinah.
I know, right? Don't forget, vote for Pedro.
Or for Pedro. But going back to it,
Hmm.
I don't like there was no bad episode.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, because even that, what was it? Episode 8 was pretty good too. Episode 8 was probably one of the best too.
Yeah, yeah. The whole thing with the cannibals and
Yeah.
the whole that opening scene too, where she was hunting the deer in the
Mhm.
snow, that played out like exactly how it played out in the game, which was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
It's
And then the same thing
crazy.
with the fire in the scene in the restaurant.
Yeah, the whole scene with the restaurant, that's where we see Troy Baker. If you guys don't know,
Mhm.
he does a bunch of voices too. I think he was Batman in the Telltale, speaking of it.
Yes, I
Telltale
just
games.
downloaded that game again.
Yeah, he was Samuel Drake, I believe, in one of the Last of Us. He was like a character in Persona 4. He has a really extensive like video game voiceover background. I
Yeah.
know he's played like the Joker in some animated movies. He's done a lot pretty much. So to see them bring him on too, and for him to be like, you know what, like I sign off on this, and people ask him like, why didn't you try out for Joel? And he's like, no, he's like, I'm okay with playing someone else.
Yeah, no, that's cool. He's like, as long as a role, like I can get a role in there, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
It's pretty
there's still
cool.
nods to there, which is really cool too. The fact that they considered them, they're like, hey, and he had a pretty big role in that episode.
Yeah, yeah, of course. He
Yeah.
had what was his name? James, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see, like you brought it up earlier, Ellie's mom being played by the girl, because it's like I gave birth to this character. I'm gonna play her mom on the show, so it's like
Yeah,
a whole
right.
kind of full circle moment. I'm like, oh damn,
It's
that's
pretty dope.
yeah. I'm like, oh shit, like that's some once again poetic shit.
Yeah, dude. The whole show is poetic, man. The whole
Yeah.
fucking show, dude.
No, it was just really well done. So hats off to them. Like I said, 9.5. What would you give
I
it?
just wish it wasn't a little bit longer.
That's the only thing. Yeah, like I feel like they could have gotten like another episode out, made it a solid 10.
Yeah, like a little bit longer, more scenes versus the infected and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that. Like I think that would have been dope. But I feel like the showrunners had their mindset on the story they wanted to tell, and they're like,
Mhm.
look, this is what we're gonna do, and we're just gonna, even if it's gonna be short, like we're just gonna stick it out. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
HBO with their shows have been on point.
I mean, the good part is too, though, they've spoken to the creators and they're like, hey, part 2, most likely going to be more than one season. So I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I can see that because part 2 would be yeah, I can definitely see why it would be longer, 'cause especially like a lot of the shit there's a couple time skips.
Well, a couple
Time skip and then another like 2 time skips, I think.
Yeah, 2 time skips. There's 2 narratives pretty much being told. So is
Yeah,
it like
exactly.
one season, or like you have to split the season now between 2 characters? If you guys don't know, go play the game. You'll
Yeah.
get mad about what everyone else got mad about.
Go back to another old episode of
Yeah,
Geekin' It,
go
too.
back
I
about
forgot
a
which
year ago.
episode it was.
Go back a year or so ago. You'll hear all the spoilers there. But yeah, once again, check it out if you haven't. I definitely recommend it 100%. Like Darnell said, we'll put up the poll. Let us know. Would you have sacrificed her? Would you have saved her? What would you have done?
Would you make the tough decision?
Would you
or
make
say,
the decision?
Bop, 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 everybody.
That was the only thing too. They made that pretty short. I'm like, I remember that being longer in the game.
Yeah, no, they had to make it like that's why I knew it was gonna be like not
quick.
too long because they had the music playing in the background and then like.
Well, it was pretty cool.
Like,
it seemed like they made it seem like a blackout. Like he just did it, and he was like
he wasn't thinking while he was doing it. He was just
exactly.
going on pure instinct. Like, no, I gotta get us out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
That was what he was on for sure.
'Cause he didn't even like grab her stuff. He was just like, I'm out. Like, no.
Yeah, no, she woke up. She's like, "Where's my clothes?" He's like, no, I couldn't get it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. The Raiders, they attacked.
Yeah, the Raiders. Oh shit, they stole your clothes.
Yeah. You're not gonna see them again.
Which another thing? Speaking of clothes, a lot of the clothing that the characters wore in the show, was identical to a lot of the clothing they wore in the game as well.
They were like super spot on with a lot of this. You also got the reference at the end with the guitar.
Yeah, he wanted to teach her how to play guitar.
Yeah, if you in the game, she's an avid guitar player.
Yeah, you could play it in part 2.
Part 2, yeah.
Sit down in the theater and just start playing some guitar.
So what do you want to see in the next season?
Well, like I said earlier, I would like to see Ashley Johnson pick up an older role as Ellie because it's gonna be weird because Bella Ramsey's pretty short and still looks like a little girl.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be weird seeing her go against a buff Abby chick.
That's true.
But we shall see. We don't. We'll see what they do. But I'm looking forward to the Abby. I liked Abby.
Well, who's gonna play Abby? Who do you see playing Abby? Like, do you see like a
That's a tough one, dude.
Yeah. Because the thing is, too, is like they can drag this out a lot enough to the point where Abby's most likely going to have like her own episode where they have to go into her backstory that leads up to the events of her and Ellie meeting, pretty much. Where it tells that whole story. So, I mean, like, do they have to find a younger Abby and then move on to the older Abby, or do they just start, normal Abby or whatever?
Yeah, maybe
Abby
they find Abby who like's kind of like not too taller than Bella Ramsey, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the game, like Abby is a buff chick. Like Abby can choke me out.
Yeah, Abby's fucking like that's one of those death by snoo girls. I'd probably stay away from it though.
Exactly. It's like one of those things where it's like,
give me a couple drinks. But like, what up, Abby?
Oh no.
Oh, that one dude in the game, he had some Abby.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh shit. Oh wait, hold on. This shit free. All right, technical difficulties. My bad. It's been a while. My equipment's not
got
used to it
fucked
anymore.
up.
Fucked up. All right, y'all. But pretty much, Last of Us recommend 100%. 9.5. Geekin' It certified. That they're gonna start adding those on commercials for shows now. Geekin' It certified.
Indeed.
we're
Indeed.
not. Forget Rotten Tomato. Only watch it if we
You're gonna
say
see
so.
our faces on there.
It's like that's it right there. Oh shit. That's the thumbnail for the video.
Fucking stupid. So hey, we're back.
Hey, we're back. But yeah,
You gotta love it.
We know it's been a while. We're getting back into the swing of it. This time we promise we're actually gonna do it.
Yes.
Last time
we got it. We got the time to do it.
We got the time to do it. If you guys don't
cool
notice,
new backgrounds and
new
shit.
background, new logo. We did the whole thing. We were like, you know what? If we're gonna do it, let's completely switch over. We've been talking about it for a while. Me and Darnell would text each other every couple months, like, "Hey, we should probably do this."
Yeah,
And then just
and we'll still do some in person episodes as well as some interviews in the future of other people as well.
Yeah. So just stay on the lookout for stuff. We're gonna keep working on it. We're gonna keep rebranding stuff. We're gonna, once again, we're gonna go back to doing the music thing. Yeah,
Yes, we are.
Darnell has a beautiful new background. He paid way too much for.
$10.
$10. Really paid $10. You really paid? Do I even know?
I did it for you guys.
You did it for you
so
guys.
You can see this. I'm gonna change it every episode. It's gonna be a new one.
There you go.
Every episode.
Darnell's budget for this is way too much.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna start recycling after one.
But yeah, I do have music as well for us. I know I've been lagging on that a little bit. But also, you guys send me in some of your stuff. You guys have it on Instagram. Send it to us. You got your friends' music, your baby mama's music, your daddy's music, your uncle's music, your dog's music, your squirrel's music, anybody's music. You got it. Send it to us. We will play it.
Yes. Do it. Send it. Get it. Once again, bro, it's been way too long.
Indeed.
We can't wait to keep doing this. I think the schedule we have right now, every Wednesday. Come check
that
in.
That would be what we try to go for. Yeah.
That's where we're going to try to hit. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. It's not too hard now. I can edit on the go now. A lot easier.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, once again, thank you guys. Check us out. Follow us on everything. Was it YouTube, Instagram? Fuck it. We'll probably make a TikTok somewhere.
Right. Eventually.
We'll do something, but keep listening, keep watching, go subscribe, and deuces. We out. I think that was that your line? I can't remember.
We out, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. This is Of the Dead. Newborn Hate.
There we go. Oh yeah, that was something. Fuck, I forgot about that.